just under $38 million. Both these teams 5-1. The Florida payroll under $38 million. Javier Vasquez in his second start of the season for the Braves, dealing with Dan Uggla. That'll drive in two of the Marlins with a 2-0 lead. Next batter, Jeremy Hermida. Pop fly down the line. Now check this out. Garrett Anderson tries to make the catch, but there's a fan who wants to be an outfielder. And one fan doesn't appreciate the other guy's efforts. Like, I was going for that ball, and you got in my way.
I think if the one dude had a beverage, then it would be escalate.
Yeah, exactly. Don't knock over another man's beverage. Look at that. He kind of knocked him down, and then, everybody kind of settled down. And there was a guy in between him. He looks like a peacemaker there. Later in the at-bat, Vasquez with a wild pitch.
He looked uncomfortable.
Ross Glode comes home. Marlins up 3-0. Vasquez actually struck out 12 in 6 innings, but that was costly. Top 6, Marlins leading 3-1. Hermida pops it up down the line again, and apparently it was Garrett Anderson bobbled the ball night in Atlanta. He can't make the catch in foul territory, so he charged with an error there. Top 8, Marlins up 3-1. Bonifacio down the line, and Anderson, his night just, keeps getting worse. 2 errors in the game. He had 2 in the previous 3 years in the field with the Angels. Later in the inning, John Baker slices one. Bonifacio coming around. No problem for him to score. The Marlins up 4-1. Later in the inning, bases loaded. Uggla with a base hit. Baker comes home. Hanley Ramirez, perhaps a bit greedy. And he's meat at the plate. But the damage was done. Uggla drove in 3 as the Marlins going to win at 5-1. Chris Volstad and 2 relievers combined on a 4-hitter.
Here he is batting with a runner on third. He pitched 3 scoreless innings, and he grounds out to end the inning. And so you're wondering, why are we showing you that? Well, because in the bottom of the 4th, he's warming up, and now he is going to be walking off. Carpenter's going to leave the game holding his side, suffered a strained rib cage, and he's just been beset by injuries. Bottom 8, Diamondbacks down 4-3, 2 out. Justin Upton 0 for 14 on the season, and Josh Kinney hits him on the full count pitch. Inning continues. Next batter is Connor Jackson. Bartender, Jack! Deep left, 3-run homer. His first homer since July 27 of 08, and the D-backs take the lead 6-4. Top 9, Cardinals down 6-5, bases loaded, the machine. I'm not a machine, I'm Albert Pujols. Off Chad Qualls, Brian Barden scores. This game is tied at 6. Later in the inning, same score, 2 outs, bases still loaded. Rick Ankiel. Swing and sway like Sammy Kay. We go bottom 9. Stephen Drew's up, facing Brad Thompson. Does he get all of it? No, but he gets enough of it, because Ankiel can't make the catch. Drew in with the triple. Later in the inning, we put runners on the corners with Chris Schneider at the plate. Thompson still in. We need the chopper call. We don't have it. Barden fields, throws. Drew out at home. Game tied. We go extra innings. Bottom 10, Eric Burns, 1 for 17. Captain Ken's favorite player. First pitch swinging, and Burns, he gets it done. Upton, who singled to snap his hitless streak, scores, and the Diamondbacks win a thriller at home in extras, 7-6. How about the Blue Jays, 6-2, and they've won 10 straight over Minnesota. Remember Ricky Romero, we showed you earlier, from East LA? Rookie left-hander won his debut Thursday against Detroit. Bottom 2, Joe Creedy flies out to left. Delman Young grounds out to short. Backhanded by Scudero. And then Carlos Gomez in the bottom of the 3rd, going to fly out to left, and Romero is perfect through 3. He ends up giving up 2 earned in 8 innings. We go top 8, 2-1 game. Vernon Wells singles off Glenn Perkins with 2 outs. That scores Alex Rios. And we got a tie game, and we've got another hot team, another 6-2 team like the Cardinals, going to extras. We're in the bottom of the 11th. Jesse Carlson to Joe Creedy. Justin Morneau's on first, and Justin Morneau is wearing his PF Flyers. Minnie's going to end its skid against the Jays. Perkins, Nathan, and Crane keep them in check. Toronto entered leading the majors in batting, runs, and hits. They go 7 for 40, and they lose it 3-2 your final. Northwest, what a beginning and what a finish for Mariner fans, who once again are Ken Griffey Jr. fans.
24. Here he is. Listen to the ovation.
Nearly 46,000 there. Griff said afterwards his biggest concern, not tripping on that red carpet. He'd go 1 for 3 with a walk in this game. Here he singles in the bottom of the first off Shane Lukes. First home games for the M's since September of '99 for Griffey. Lukes pitching to Jose Lopez, who thinks he's got something. Bobby Abreu, the catch. Lukes, by the way, taking the place of the late Nick Adenhart in the Angels rotation. We go top 6, 2-1. Mariners, 2 out. Torrey Hunter says, get out. Off Carlos Silva. This game is tied. Then we got a little Torrey Hunter, Kenji Jojima scenario going on in the top 8. 2-2, runners on first and second. You see the pitch fouled off Jojima's mask. Then he fouls another one off his mask, and Jojima's like, let me get my jaw back in place. One shot ain't enough, Jack. You better make it 3. And check out Jojima. He's going to give the signal to Hunter. You're not going to see it, but you can guess. And everybody funny. Now you funny, too. Next pitch, ball 4, and Jojima is the one relieved.
Get that man some Advil.
Yeah, bases loaded for the Angels, but Kendry Morales pops up to second, and the Angels leave the bases loaded in the 5th and the 8th. We go bottom 10. Franklin Gutierrez on second after a leadoff double on Scott Shields. Unieski Betancourt going to turn and move him to third. Shields fields and throws it away. Gutierrez around to score the game-winning run. The Mariners win 3-2 in 10 innings, and they are 6-2 on the young season, and their pitching staff has been lights out. Beat the Yankees out of New York in their home season opener Monday, and how's this? You know, they're getting their AL championship rings Tuesday. How strange is that? The Yankees watching the Rays get rings. Wow. We're going to go 4th inning. Matt Garza, he about rings up Nick Swisher's head. Later in the at-bat, Swisher repays it. Home run, his 4th. Garza, 9 Ks, 7 innings, 2-0 Yankees.
You know, Swisher will come on and pitch himself and hit somebody.
Yeah, he did pitch Monday. A.J. Burnett now in the bottom of the very next frame. He goes on Evan Longoria, goes high and tight, then strikes him out. Now, after the game, Burnett said he was putting the ball where he wanted. He was not directly addressing that pitch, but he was putting the ball where he wanted. He had a no-hitter through 6 after he gets B.J. Upton there. Remember he had that 9-walk no-hitter for Toronto in 01? Well, Carl Crawford fouls off 3 pitches on an 0-2 count, singles. The no-no is no longer. Still in the same frame, Burnett against Carlos Pena, and there goes the shutout. Crawford scores. He gives up 2 in the inning. Burnett, New York retakes the lead in the 8th, and then Derek Jeter goes 3 for 5. Here's a homer, 208 career, ties him with A-Rod on the Yankees list. The Yankees come back and win it 7-2. AJ is okay with that. Deep in the heart of Texas, Rangers-Orioles. Texas has lost 4 in a row after winning its first 3 in a row. That was Nolan Ryan. This is Brandon McCarthy, Nick Markakis. Deep left center, and David Murphy.
Nice catch.
On the wall. 9 innings would not be enough in this one. We go 10th inning. Eddie Guardado and Adam Jones orders taters. 2-run homer. Orioles up 5-3. Jones is first. We go bottom 10. Rangers now down 7-4. Bases loaded. George Sherrill, former Mariner. Josh Hamilton. Number down the third baseline. Orioles cannot turn 2. Omar Vizquel scores. It's 7-5, 1 out. Hank Blaylock up next. Blaylock under 1. Markakis owes him 1. We've got 2 outs. Nelson Cruz. Deep, but not deep enough. Shut it down. Orioles going to win it 7-5. Sherrill, 1 inning, 4 hits, 2 earned, but still gets the job done. The Orioles, they're 6-2, tied for the best record in the American League.
Carl Pavano's first start for the Indians, 9 runs on 39 pitches in just over an inning. Pavano got the start against Kyle Davies and the Royals. Top second, no score, Kelly Shopik with a base hit. Davis DeJesus dives to make the grab, so it's not a base hit. Nice diving stop by DeJesus. Bottom third, still scoreless, 1 out, runner on second. Coco Crisp. That'll be good for a triple. Alberto Callaspo scores. This off Pavano. Royals get on the board. Crisp will score on a sacrifice fly to make it 2-0. Bottom 5, tied at 2, and Pavano spun around by that one. No need to chase it. It's not coming back. John Buck with a home run. Royals with 11 hits, 7 of them for extra bases. And it's Buck again, this time off Vinny Choke. Grand slam for Buck. 5 RBI for him, his 2nd career grand slam, 5th career multi-home run game. Royals win it 9-3. You know, my star sighting for Tuesday in L.A., Snoop Dogg.
Really?
I actually saw him late Monday night, early Tuesday morning. Take your pick. Top 10 plays. Number 10, Red Sox and A's Bobby Crosby with the liner. Dustin Pedroia makes a diving catch. More from this game coming up a little bit later.
He's not the real Huggy Bear. And number nine, Celtics Sixers. Lewis Williams behind the back dish to Thaddeus Young, who's back from the bad ankle. We've got more from this game to come.
Number 8, as promised, more from Red Sox A's Dustin Pedroia. Little pop-up. Mark Ellis will not be deterred into foul territory. Down and dirty. And he makes the grab. A's win an extra inning 6-5.
Well, the big cactus got it done to him. I wanted to do that to Berthume in his cube before I left Bristol.
I'm the world's most funniest prankster, and I just got pranked.
Who was it who did that?
Louis Amundsen.
Yeah, he's left the country.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with Shaq. Number 6, Celtics and Sixers, Andre Iguodala. Fancy. Thaddeus Young with the finish. They made top plays, but the Celtics got into the win column, 100-98 in the finals.
To the great Northwest for the Angels and Mariners at number 5. Jose Lopez, deep left. Bobby Abreu. Have a Pepsi. The Angels going to lose on a not top 10 play, though, on air by Scott Shields in the 10th. M's win 3-2.
Abreu keeps making plays like that. People are going to keep pitching at him. Number 4, Blue Jays and Twins, Carlos Gomez, right to Kevin Millar. Great catch by Millar. Good look at it there. Blue Jays go down to 3-2 in 11.
Here's the Heat. Atlanta and Miami. Ronald Murray the steal, and then the behind-the-back dribble over the shoulder, and Othello Hunter twinkles the twine. Hawks win. Playoff matchup this weekend, those two.
Number 2, Reds and Brewers. Bill Hall on his knees, but he's not surrendering. Look at the gun. Great reaction. And then a great arm to finish the play. But the Brewers go down 6-1. A lot of top plays and losing efforts.
So here's number 1, Orioles-Rangers. Nick Markakis. This is for him on Murphy's at Merchant Street. David Murphy against the wall. The Rangers are reeling, and the O's, they're not too shabby. They win this one in extras.
Before we go, Reds and the Brewers. Manny Parra had a rough first outing of the season. Jerry Hairston Jr. Now, he says his teammates say that he looks like Oscar De La Hoya. Take a look at him. What do you think?
Maybe a little bit.
All right, Jay Hare out of there. His first home run of the season. Reds up 3-1. Prince Fielder with the bases loaded. Can't do anything against Bronson Arroyo. 6 1/3 for Arroyo. 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts. Bottom of the 7th, Danny Herrera facing pinch hitter Ricky Weeks. 2 on and 1 out. And the Brewers have had problems with starting pitching into this game. Problems getting runners home. Weeks into the 4-3 double play. That'll end the inning. And the Reds going to win it 6-1. Wear 42 every day after the game he had against the Orioles. Bottom first, Baltimore up 2-0. Kinsler, first pitch off the wall. He's in for a stand-up double, but his day just beginning. Bottom third, Rangers trailing 3-1. Kinsler, no need to chase this one. His 3rd home run of the season, but the Rangers still down 3-2. Bottom 4, Kinsler, base hit, and he's working on something special. I think you know what we're getting at. He's a triple short of the cycle. Later in the inning, Radames Lees arrived from AAA Wednesday morning, comes in with the bases loaded. First pitch, Nelson Cruz jumps all over it. No word on if Lees was back on his way down to AAA on Wednesday night. Rangers take a 10-3 lead. Cruz with 5 home runs on the season. That'll do it for their portion of the highlight. Back to Kinsler. Back up the box for a base hit. Kinsler 4 for 4 through 4 innings. Texas scored 8 in the 4th. We go to the 6th. Rangers up 13-4. The only drama is whether Kinsler would get the cycle. That's well hit. One hops the wall. Kinsler hustles around, slides into 3rd for the cycle. Also had an RBI on the play to make it 14-4. So, guys, the cycle, you think, all right, well, he's done. No, he's not. Bottom 8. Kinsler. That'll be good for a double. His 6th hit of the ball game. Eldris Andrus scores. That makes it 16-4, and the Rangers winning 19-6. So the
Manager's office in the morning told Terry Francona, no matter what happens on the field in Oakland, do not take me out. Wakefield then went out and punched out the Athletics. Ryan Sweeney there, he's got a no-hitter. going through 6. 7th time he's taken one that far. Now, top 8 Boston bats, they're going to stay up there for a while. J.D. drew off Jerry Blevins. That's a 3-run shot. Blevins, 4 earned in 2/3. Wakefield's going to be on the bench for 25 minutes with this no-hitter. Boston scores 6 runs. Now he finally gets back out there and he gives up a walk. Then he's got Travis Buck in an 0-2 hole. You remember Buck, he was the hero Tuesday night in extras. Jacoby Ellsbury runs that down at the warning track. And then Kurt Suzuki, he's up next. And in an 8-0 game, it's the 808 who breaks it up. Suzuki's single breaks up the no-hitter. Bottom 9, though, Boston needed a win. Man, they'd lost 6 of their last 7. Wakefield 1 out away from the complete game. Gets Suzuki there. Wakefield 4 Ks, 4 hits, 2 earned. Boston 8-2 winners. 17 seasons in the majors, and Wakefield continues to flirt but not date the no-hitter.
So we began in Los Angeles. He actually never played for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He did grow up in Pasadena. Of course, he was a star at UCLA. I'll tell you, the star on this day was 21-year-old Clayton Kershaw, the lefty who baseball folks are extremely high on. Edgar Renteria, Juan Uribe, and Fred Lewis all go down. 8 strikeouts through 4. Benji Molina there. He becomes the youngest Dodger to whiff 13 since 19-year-old Sandy Koufax, and the 13 Ks, the most by a Dodger lefty since Fernando Valenzuela in 1987. He left with a 1-run lead, and fellow rookie Ronald Belisario can't hold it. Aaron Rowan, all or nothing at all, and it's all. It's a 3-run shot, and it's a Giants lead. But here come the Dodgers. Matt Kemp singles out Bob Howery in the bottom of the 8th. Russell Martin scores, and the game tied. And then full count for James Loney with the bases loaded, bottom 9, and Brian Wilson has seen better days. He walks Loney. Manny Ramirez scores. The Dodgers win 5-4. Don Newcomb, by the way, Jackie Robinson's teammate, he threw out the first pitch in this one. Jackie Robinson's daughter in New York, Mets Padres, she threw out the first pitch. Rachel Robinson, his widow, in our broadcast booth.
I could hear this whatever's coming out of the stands. In fact, I used to sit up a little taller and hope that if it's a bad thing, I could buffer him. I felt so protective of him.
Classy lady. Oliver Perez, top 1, man on second, 1 out. Brian Giles.
Daniel Murphy catches it and left. Now, Scott Harrison, you can't see, but he tagged and faked to go to third, and that caught Murphy, who tried to get it to David Wright. Ball gets away, so Harrison advances. Next batter, Adrian Gonzalez. He cannot take advantage. Perez out of that jam. All right, a little stats and analysis for you here. Perez allows an average of 3.4 right field putouts. So Jerry Manuel says, you know, let's start Gary Sheffield in right. His first start there since July of '07, and Chase Headley test Sheffield, and no problem for Sheff there. Problems for Edward Mojica there. He can't find home. Sheffield scores.
That's a problem for a pitcher.
Yeah, more problems there. This was ruled a pass ball, and it just got Abbott and Costello for the Padres. Jose Reyes is going to score all the way from first. Luis Castillo came in first. The Mets go on to win it 7-2. So New York gets the win in its new field. Carlos Delgado hit just an absolute bomb in that game.
So the Mets at their new ballpark. Yankees had one more game in Tampa before they head home to the new Yankee Stadium. It's Derek Jeter, no 2. It's 42. Carlos Pena with his gold glove from last season. Check out some nifty glove work here. Cody Ransom looks the runner back at second, throws the first. Gabe Kapler takes off in the glove, but Mark Teixeira guns him down at third. You pay $180 million, you want more than just the bat. And Teixeira's got the glove. Jeter with the tag, 5-3-6 DP. Top 4 raise up 2-0. Robinson Cano, named after Jackie Robinson. 2-run home run. His second of the year, game tied at 2. Top 9, tied at 3. 2-out runner on second. Yankees need to play. Who else? The captain, Cody Ransom, coming around to score. Derek Jeter said we're playing pretty good right now. He was 2 for 4 double in the RBI. Here comes Mariano Rivera. He always wears 42. He gets Willie Ibar. Yankees win at 4-3. Rivera with his second save of the season. And after an 0-2 start, the Yankees are heading home to their new stadium at 5-4.
Orleans with the best record in baseball, if you want a shock. Florida at Atlanta. Braves just 4 hits in the series opening last Tuesday. Chipper Jones not playing, bruised thumb. Tie game, top 7. Pete Moylan hits Cody Ross. That hurts. Loads the bases.
3-1 count to Ross Gload, and Moylan walks him. That forces in Jorge Cantu, and the Marlins take a 5-4 lead. Ninth inning, 2 on. Marlins looking for some insurance in Ross. He's going to hit the baseball instead of the baseball hitting him. Dan Ugla, 3 RBI for the second straight game. He scores. The Marlins go on to win 10-4. The Marlins look to be for real. They get it done. Ugla's hot. Ramirez goes 2 for 6, and Cantu 2 for 5 low.
Jason Marquis said booing people isn't consistent with the way he was raised, but Cubs fans raised their voices to heckle him on his return to Wrigley. What did he do? He gave the Rockies a 2-0 lead. Harden, 3 innings of work, 5 hits, 4 walks, 4 earned runs, struck out 8. Ninth inning, Jason Greeley's pitch gets away from Chris Iannetta. Mike Fontenot tries to go to third, but Iannetta guns him down. And Fontenot said afterwards, I should have stayed at second, because he had Giovanni Soto up at the plate, but didn't really matter. Soto up the middle. Troy Tulowitzki steps on second. Game-ending double play as the Rockies take it 5-2 to earn a split in Chicago. And Marquis said nothing special about this. It was just a win is a win.
From Tuesday's 10-inning loss. Chris Duncan against John Garland, top 3, and he shops at the gap. 2 score. Garland, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 7 earned, 5 walks. 6-2 Cardinals, bottom third. Mark Reynolds against Joel Pinheiro. Second of the season for Reynolds. Diamondbacks within 2. Top 6, still a 2-run game. Albert Pujols. I'm not a machine. Shot down the left field line. Connor Jackson going to chase it. Khalil Green wearing his PF Flyers, running hard from first. Relay not in time. Pujols safe at second. All things good for the Cardinals. Next batter, Ryan Ludwig. 11-game hit streak to end 08. Now he's hitting all 7 games he's played in this season. That's a 2-run shot, 3rd of the season. And the Cardinals get it done. They win it 12-7. They're 7-3. Great Northwest, Seattle's looked good out of the gates. Beat visiting Anaheim in 10 Tuesday. Ichiro making his season debut. He's been fighting an ulcer. He singles off Jared Weaver. And he'd be stranded there. Bottom 5. Bartender. How about a cup of Seattle's finest? Ken Griffey Jr. off Jared Weaver. 400th home run as a Mariner. Ends up 3-2. Bottom 7. Bar still open.
Hey,
bartender.
It's Los Angeles.
Can we get, no, it's in Seattle, but it's open there. So how about a sake off Jason Bolger? Ichiro. He ties Isao Hiramoto for the most hits, 3,085 by a Japanese player, 4th Grand Slam of his career, and the Mariners continue to get it done. 7-2.
All right, top plays. We usually start with a celebrity sighting. I didn't have one, although I did hear Ashton Kutcher was at the Coffee Bean on the west side. Number 10 from top plays, Cardinals and Diamondbacks. Eric Burns over to third. Brian Barden makes a nice stop. Albert Pujols with a pickup to get the out. Cardinals beat the Diamondbacks 12-7.
At 9, I can't get Bruce Pearl out of my mind.
Oh, come on now.
You gotta be kidding me.
This is just getting stupid.
Mark Hendrickson. Good thing I got fast reflexes.
Every time I see him in one of those jackets, I want sherbet. Pistons and Heat. Chris Quinn with the 3-pointer at the buzzer from half court to end the first half. Heat defeat the Pistons 102-96.
We can only hope that Pat Summitt doesn't try and top him. White Sox Tigers. Jermaine Dye. White Sox couldn't get anything going on the board. They had Dye at the wall. He gets the top play, but the Tigers beat him 9-0.
At number 6, soccer, UEFA Champions League, Porto versus Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo did his thing, 40-yard shot in the 6th minute. Man U beats Porto 1-0. They move on to the semifinals.
At 5, Patrick Schuster. He's a high school pitcher, Florida. 3rd consecutive no-hitter. 3 no-hitters in 11 days. He's a dude.
Number 4, Yankees and Rays. I'll shut up.
Chop toward third. Pena. Kapler's going to go to third. The throw from Teixeira. Oh, what a tag by Jeter. A double play for the Yankees. Jeter made an unbelievable tag.
At 3, if I played fantasy baseball, I wouldn't admit it, but if I did, I would want Ian Kinsler on my team. Orlando Hudson hits for the cycle for the Dodgers, and already now, early in the season, we've got 2 cats hitting for the cycle. Kinsler goes 6 for 6.
Yeah, if you say rotisserie to me, I'm thinking chicken. Number 2, Mariners and Angels. Ichiro, sayonara. tied the record for most career hits by a Japanese player with his first Grand Slam in 6 years. Not just a slap hitter.
That's not chicken, it's duck. Spurs Hornets, Michael Finley. Three-pointer to send the game into overtime, and the Spurs took it over from there.